All right. You can use any version, your wish. Right. Chalo. If it is not working, you can use the desktop version and log into the desktop version. All of your collection will get synced to the desktop version also, your wish. Alright, chalo. Everyone ready with your postman? Now, open Request website. The other day we have seen one post request. We'll see one more post request in the Request website. Go back to your Request website. And also open your GoRest website just beside the tab. Open your GoRest. We have created an account, we have logged in already, we have generated access tokens also. Okay, so log in even to your GoRest website. Login chesi Krishna Chaitanya. Login because you have access tokens. You have access tokens for the GoRest website also. Keep it ready. In the next 5 minutes, we will look into this API next. So in your Request website, okay, we have on Saturday we have seen one post request. Post request is used for inserting records to your API. So post was completed. One post request was completed. Scroll down. Do you see any other post request apart from that one post request? Yes, post register successful. Post register successful. Register successful. Click on that, you will get the endpoint at the top. Copy the endpoint. You already know that we have saved the base URI as a variable. We have already stored our base URI as a variable, as a collection variable. Okay, so just create one more request. Create one more new request. Okay, so name this request post register successful or just register successful. Just name this request register successful. Right, paste the endpoint. Make sure you are making it a habit to use variables wherever required. Okay, we have already created variables. How do you start inserting variables? Krishna Chaitanya. How do you insert variable? How do you use your variable? Ardhangaladu. How many? 2. Krishna Chaitanya, petty. 2 flower braces. Message chuskura Slack group la. Did you see the message in Slack group? देखे? हाँ. आने के बाद देखे. Very good. ఏంటిది ఇంతే ఇక ఇంకేమో సార్ చెప్పు हेडर्स कॉपी नहीं कर सकते एंड पॉइंट कॉपी कर लिया ना एंड पॉइंट में बेस यूआरएल वो वेरिएबल क्रिएट करे वो खत्म हो गया अभी यू नीड ए एपीआई की फॉर दिस एपीआई की भी रख लो put the API key also in your headers because you are doing a post request maybe sometimes even get request might not need any authentication but post is definitely going to need a header. You'll understand why, what do you call, why it is difficult to have headers at the collection level, because for every request you are putting this API key in the header request. But fast forward to the next API where you have tokens. You need not give it individually for each and every request. You can put it at the collection level. For the entire collection, the same set of token will be used. So you don't have to put it for every request moving forward. For the next API, you will have it that way. Petition Krishna Chaitanya. Right. So endpoint is pasted. Your request type is changed to post. I hope you are using the variable. Okay. Header, I hope you also included the header as well. Okay. Fair. For a post request, what else is required? What else is required for post? You have changed the request type to post. You have included header. You have used variable. You have put your endpoint. What else is required for your post request? Body. Why do you need body? What is the content of a body? What does a body contain? Body mein what do you send in your body? Input data. Post is like what SQL query? Insert. So insert into values. The values that you type usually in your SQL query, the same thing will be sent to your body. So in body, what option will you select? Raw. After that, after selecting raw, what next? JSON at the right hand side. So we are sending your input data type as JSON in JSON format. So the sample JSON format is present in that website only. Sample JSON format is present in the TrekRace website only. Copy from that website. See, in the request section only you have that particular sample input JSON format. So copy it from there. Keys should remain same. Values can change based on your, based on your requirement. The values can change. The key should be same. What happens if we put a different key other than email and password? So this endpoint, what is the functionality of this endpoint? If endpoint ka functionality kya hai? What is the functionality of this endpoint? Register. So when you are registering, you need an email, you need a password. So if you don't put these two fields and if you try to send the request, Krishna Chaitanya, password, remove password and remove that comma and try to send the request. Let's see what will happen. Remove the password at line number 3 and also the comma at line number 2. Send the request. క్లిక్ చేయి, రెస్పాన్స్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయి, మళ్ళీ సెండ్ కొట్టి రెస్పాన్స్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయి. ఇక్కడ రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్లో సరే ఏదన్నా ఒక రిక్వెస్ట్ పంపి, ఏదన్నా ఒక గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ పంపించి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి పంపి ఒకసారి. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ పోస్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ పంపి. ఇప్పుడు అది ఇది సేవ్ చేసుకో కృష్ణ చైతన్య. సేవ్ చేసుకోలేదు నువ్వు, సేవ్ చేసుకోలేదు కాబట్టి ఇంకా గెట్ అని వస్తుంది అక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు సెండ్ ది రిక్వెస్ట్ నౌ. So you're not getting any response here. అంటే your response body is not loading here. Okay, first put the password also. Password కూడా పెట్టి పంపి ఒకసారి. Right. Remove that extra flat bracket. Yeah, send the request. అరే ఎందుకు రావట్లేదు ఇది? Are you guys getting the response? What does it say? What is the status code? 200. This is wrong. It's not 200. It's going to be 201 ideally. For a post request, you should usually get 201. But the API has been designed in such a way, so you really can't do much in this case. So 200, 400, exact 400 आ रहा है. Okay. Did you change anything in the body? बॉडी में पासवर्ड निकाल के भेजे क्या? You will get it. Krishna Chaitanya, create a new collection. I'll tell you what happens when you do a post request with incorrect data. Create a new collection. Everyone create a new collection. Regress ka, put it aside. We will see one more new API, GoRest API. So this API is going to be GoRest API. GoRest, yes. Add a new request in that API. Add a new request. I'll tell you what to do. You will learn it. Relax. I'll show you. Add a new request. Create a new collection. That API is different. This API is different. Okay? Dono API is different. So when you have two different APIs, make sure you are creating two different collections. So each collection should have only those relevant endpoints. So now this is a new API that you are going to test. So you are going to create a new collection altogether. So Krishna Chaitanya, go to your GoRest website. Everyone created a second collection? Ready with the new request? Krishna Chaitanya, ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే everyone copy this token and paste it in a notepad or somewhere else. Copy this token everyone in that website. तुम्हारा टोकन कॉपी करके एक नोटपैड फाइल में पेस्ट कर लो. Copy this in a notepad file. In notepad file copy చేసుకోండి. Rather than every time opening this and logging in. If you paste it somewhere, you can directly use it from that file only. Every time you don't have to log in, take the token, time waste. So it's better you store your token somewhere. But in real time what happens is, ఒకసారి అందులోకి వెళ్ళి కృష్ణ చైతన్య అందులోకి వెళ్ళి sometimes expires. What is the under expires? What do you see under the token expires? बोल के what do you see under token expires? Expires के नीचे देखो never. So this token is never going to expire. Okay, at the extreme right side under action there are two options. What are those two options? Under action, extreme right side there are two options. What are the two options? Regenerate token and delete. So you can regenerate a new token. If you click on that, a new token will be generated for you. So every time you are only expected to manually generate the token for this API. But in real time, some of the APIs, this is, I'll tell you more details, but the thing is, in real time, the tokens will get expired after maybe 1 hour or after 8 hours or after 24 hours. So tokens have an expiry date in real time. So in this website, in this API, the tokens do not really have any expiry date. You should only manually generate a new token every time. But some APIs are designed in such a way that the tokens will be expired after a certain time duration, and every time after the duration, if you want to send a request, you should freshly create a new token. So tokens will expire. It depends from project to project or how they have configured those tokens. Sometimes tokens will work only for one request, or for 1 hour, or for 8 hours, or for 24 hours. Depends on how they have configured the tokens. Okay? So here, unless you generate the new token, the old token will continuously work till then. So copy the token, paste it somewhere, but in real time you will not be doing it like this. Okay? Keep in mind that for every request you need to generate a token. Every time you send a request, first generate the token and then send the request. So that's how it would be in real time. Now we don't have the APIs to do that. So that is why we are using these tokens which are generated only once. So once the token is copy pasted, at the left side top, you will have GoRest logo. Click on the GoRest logo. GoRest logo on the other paina. Click on that. Yes. So on this page, okay, on this page, trying it out, under the trying it out section, the second row, get request. The second row, get request. Public /view2/users/7439803. Copy that endpoint. So here is the full endpoint given here. पूरा endpoint है यहाँ पे. Did he give the full endpoint here? He has given only certain part, only half of the endpoint. The base URI, you should only create the base URI here. So what will be the base URI? Base URI क्या रहेगा? https gorest.co.in. That would be the base URL. So create a collection level variable again for this particular collection. ఈ collection కి కూడా collection level variable create చేసుకోండి. Create a collection level variable for this collection as well. You know how to create a variable? Right side top you have variables. Click on that. So how many types of variables do you see? 2. What are those 2? You have 4 types of variables: environment, collection, globals and vault. So in this case you will create collection level variable. So create a add, click on that add button, add option, and you can create a variable. So this variable will work for the entire collection. For other collection this variable will not work. If you want this variable to work for the other collection, what will you do then? If you want this variable to work for the other collection, if you create this variable, you have created a collection level variable. So it will work only for that collection. Outside the collection it will not work. If you want this variable to work for other collections also, then what will you do? No, I want only one variable for all the collections. Global variable. You should declare it as a global variable. Okay? So create a collection variable. Collection variable create करके name gorest base URL. Variable का name gorest base URL. Okay? Initial value, current value, both are going to be same in this case. The value is not going to change. The value will remain same. So https gorest.co.in is going to be the base URI value. అది ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్ తీసేసి కృష్ణదేదన ఆ ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ ఎట్లాగ వస్తుంది. యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ది ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్ ఇన్ ది ఎండ్ పాయింట్, సో యూ కెన్ రిమూవ్ ఇట్. సో ఎవ్రీ వన్ షుడ్ బి క్రియేటింగ్ అ వేరియబుల్, కలెక్షన్ లెవెల్ వేరియబుల్ లైక్ దిస్. डन. वंस डन क्लिक ऑन सेव. क्रिएट कर लिए तुम लोग? डन. Why are we creating this variable? ఈ వేరియబుల్ ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం? What is the necessity to create this variable? Why do we create variables? అసలు వేరియబుల్స్ ఎందుకు వాడతాము? What is the necessity of variables? क्यों जरूरत क्या है वेरिएबल्स का? ఓకే అనేది మళ్ళా వాట్ ఈస్ ది నీడ్ ఫర్ అ వేరియబుల్? To store and reuse the value whenever you want. In this case we are storing what value? In our case the base URI, the starting few details of the endpoint, like your https gorest.co.in, rather than manually typing it every time. Because if you go to the website, endpoint कैसे दिया उसने website में? ఒకసారి endpoint जो भी किसने दे देना? How did he give the endpoints? As see, he is not giving the full endpoint. He is giving from public v2 users, is giving from there. So https gorest.co.in is going to remain same for every endpoint. The only thing that is going to change is put out only that part on the website as the endpoint. So that is why instead of you manually typing it every time, if you store it in a variable, call the variable, that would be enough. So you have created a variable, then ఒకసారి వేరియబుల్ చూపించే కృష్ణ చైతన్య, వేరియబుల్ చూపించే ఒకసారి. సో ఐ హోప్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ హెస్ క్రియేటెడ్ అ వేరియబుల్ లైక్ దిస్ అండ్ ఐ హోప్ you guys have saved it. Now add a new request. Gorest में add a new request. Now what shall we do this time? अभी क्या करेंगे? Open that request. ఇది వేరియబుల్స్ ది రైట్ సైడ్ లో క్లోజ్ చేసేసుకో. Now ఫస్ట్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ కృష్ణ చైతన్య, ఆ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ కాపీ చేసుకో అక్కడ నుంచి. ఫస్ట్ ఆ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ కాపీ చేసేసుకో. ఎస్, విచ్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్? ఆ గెట్ రావద్దు కృష్ణ చైతన్య. public /v2/user/7439803. అది గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అది. ఇట్స్ అ గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్. కాల్ యువర్ వేరియబుల్. gorest base URI // పెట్టాలి కదా. You should put a // also. Do not put that // in your variable. because endpoint is however coming with a forward slash. Do not put it in your variable. If you put it in the variable, remove it in the endpoint that you are copying. If you are not putting it, already the endpoint has it. But don't put 2 forward slashes. Done, everyone? This is how the endpoint should look like. This is how the endpoint should look like for each one of you. Oh yeah, done. So, what is this endpoint about? Go and read the functionality. Functionality padho ek bar. What is the functionality? What does the functionality say? User details. So, what kind of CRUD operation are you performing here? What kind of CRUD operation are you performing? Select anakandi. Normally that is for your understanding. No one really says select. So what kind of CRUD operation are you performing? Read. So read bole to which request in API testing in API testing which request for reading the data get. So select get. बाजू में इसने दिया है कैसे भी. Just beside it he has given it. Okay, so send the request, get request भेजो, send it. What does it say? What does it say? क्या बोल रहा है? Response में, expand it better. हाँ. What does it say in the? What does it say? Output क्या आ रहा है? हाँ, output. Response में क्या आ रहा है? What are the key value pairs that you are getting? What are the keys that you are getting in the response? ID, name, email, gender, status. अभी इसका test case लिखना है. You should write a test case for this. So, what will you validate if you write a test case in this one? अगर test case लिखेगा तू, if you write a test case, what is it that you are going to validate in this test case? What will you validate in this test case? ID. Next, status code. Chalo, write the test case in Postman. Where will you write the test case in Postman? Scripts. Go to scripts and start writing your test case. Chalo. Pre या post? Where will you write your test case? Post. Why not pre? Pre is before sending the request. Post is after sending the request. So first you need to send the request, only then you can validate the response. So how will you start writing your code here? How will you start writing the test case? అరే చెప్పాలే లేపి అడుగుతా బోర్డు మీద రాపిస్తే చెప్తున్నా. I'll make you to write on the board. Come on. వెనకాల బోర్డు ఉంది, ఇక్కడ మార్కర్ ఉంది, పడతాయి అందరికి టాస్కులు పడతాయి. చెప్పాలే సాటర్డే రోజు 3 hours కూర్చొని నేర్చుకున్న తర్వాత ఇట్లా తెలమాలేయద్దు. హౌ విల్ యూ స్టార్ట్ రైట్ ది టెస్ట్ కేస్? pm.test. ओके मिस्टर चैतन्य चलो pm.test. आफ्टर दैट उसके बाद क्या लिखोगे? वीडियो చూడలేదనుకో stop using your laptops and answer the question. Don't make me to invite you here onto the board. अगर बुलाऊंगा ना टेस्ट केस नहीं लिखेगा कुछ तो होने वाला है. Stop using your laptops. When I mean it, stop using your laptops, everyone. When I said, I mean it. चलो, tell the test case. फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. You are not going to achieve anything by sending 100 requests if you are not sure with only one request. నువ్వు ఒకటే రానప్పుడు 100 నేర్చుకొని వేస్ట్. When you are not good with your one test case, no point in sending 100 requests. How will you start your test case? After pm.test क्या लिखेगा उसके बाद? What is the next thing that you will write there? उसके बाद pm.test के बाद क्या लिखेगा? Test case name. चलो, how will you write the test case name? Double quotes. Okay. देखो, don't make me pick up ఈచ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యూ. టెస్ట్ కేస్ నేమ్ చెప్పమ్మా, ఏదైనా టెస్ట్ కేస్ పేరు చెప్పు. శాంపుల్ టెస్ట్ కేస్, ఓకే. చైతన్య రాయి శాంపుల్ టెస్ట్ కేస్. తర్వాత व्हाट आफ्टर दैट? लैपटॉप देखना छोड़ दो, यहाँ पे आंसर करो तुम लोग. कॉमा, ओके. नेक्स्ट फंक्शन, ओके. ఫంక్షన్ వద్దు, ఆటో టైపింగ్ చేయకు, ప్రాక్టీస్ అవుతుంది, టైప్ చేయి. డోంట్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ ఏఐ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దట్. टाइप. फंक्शन के बाद नॉर्मल ब्रैकेट्स, देन क्लार ब्रैकेट्स.